Boleh dengar ke tak? Dah. Tadi dah check dah.
Good afternoon to Mr. Liu Chiwa, the Head of Sales and Product, and Mr. Kong Yun Jan, the Head of Marketing, the speakers from InnoNature, and all of the respectable participants from you. I'm Edina Wafa, a student of Bachelor's Degree of Animal Science UPM, and I will be your moderator of the day. On behalf of InnoNature and committees of Pertanian, we are pleased to welcome all of you to the Agriculture Career Prospect InnoNature. Today, it is our honor to have this great opportunity to invite Mr. Liu and Mr. Kong, the head of marketing. They are the speakers from InnoNature to give us a talk about their company and will help us to explore our career path in the agricultural field. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's pass the floor to our speakers.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kong, and I'm a representative from Indonesia. So I'm on the marketing side. So allow me to speak in English, yeah, because I'm used to English. So then I will talk about our company briefly. They briefly our company profile and then what we do, right? So thank you very much for the time to be here to understand about our company, right? So basically, our company is established, has been established for the past 16 years, sorry, 17 years, all right? So all the while it has been doing R&D, and we come up with a lot of fertilizer, and as well as the foliar for the plant, for the plantations. So our main focus currently is palm oil as well as the durian estate. Yeah. So okay, first of all, before I started, right? I mean, may I know how many of you are final year graduate, going to graduate students? Or one, two, three, four, huh? How about oh oh, huh? Oh, yeah, 14. All right. How about you guys? Oh, first year. All right, good. Okay. So at least you guys know this company. After 4 years later, then you can evaluate. Okay. So first of all, I would like to just to talk about our company mission, our vision first. What we try to do, what we do is we elevated the world food crisis. Yeah, we want to try to reduce the reduce this food crisis, increase the agricultural productions, and to achieve food security and decade the hunger. Right, this is the first thing. So this actually in line with the United Nations SDG. Yeah. So the goal we actually in line with that. So we know that the fertilizer is very important part of the ecosystem. So if we actually grow more fruits for the human being. Now, second thing is to promote the global health through the food nutrition through food nutrition improvement. Yeah. With the productions of the crops with high yield and the high nutrition value, so we can improve the human health and living standard. Yeah. Allow me to sit down because I can too far I cannot see. All right. So I just talk about that. Go through the slide with you. So the third one is to achieve the sustainable agriculture, to enable continuous farming by transforming the existing farming to the practice. Normally, like right now, nowadays, right, lots of place whereby a lot of land being used for plantation. Later on, I mean, because they put out too much of chemicals, right? So at the end of the day, the land become deserted. So we try to transform that practice. Yeah, we try to actually bring eco balance back to the land, and then rewind back to the soil. Yeah. So this is a three vision we actually to in line with the United Nations SDG. So our mission is to bring improve the farmers' life and living standard. Yeah. We help them by increasing the yield, the nutritious value, and the lower cut down their production costs. Second thing is to protect the farmers, help by reducing this dependency of using agri chemical, right? Pesticide, herbicide, all those things. We try to bring the better ecosystem to the soil, to the plant, and then so that the plant become healthy, and reduce the use of agrochemicals. Also, we protect consumer health and interest by increasing yield to fulfill the ever increasing food demand. Also, we produce the safer food and improve the crops nutrients, right? So the third thing is to promote a sustainable agriculture, to reduce the impact of agriculture activities to the impact on the environment. As what I say, loss of soil become unhealthy due to the overuse of the chemical fertilizer. Yeah. Improve soil quality conditions and continuous farming on the same land, so that we try to promote the continuous farming, whereby keep on like you can keep on like planting certain species of the plant on the same soil. Yeah. So the company, this is our brief history of the company milestone. Whereby company started off with the R&D. Yeah, we started off with a company called SNO. That was the old name of the company. So we do bioecology R&D center. Eventually, then in 2009, we actually developed a bio-organic fertilizer, whereby it's 40% of organic matters, 20% of NPK. So if you learn about plantation, right, I'm sure you know about NPK, right? So all this NPK. In the chemical, in the all these fertilizer world, basically there are three types of main fertilizer. One is a chemical fertilizer, second one is a bio fertilizer, the third one is an organic fertilizer. We actually combine all these three fertilizers together. Later I will explain what is the difference between our fertilizer as compared to the conventional fertilizer, right? So this 2009, we actually developed 40% organic matters fertilizer consists of 40%, 20% is NPK. Then 2011, we actually improvise the fertilizer become 50% organic matters, 45% NPK. Then we add in the effective microbes. So all these three components is very important for the ecosystem of the soil. Right, so actually bring the balance to the soil to promote sustainable farming on the same land. 2012, we actually focus on durian. So durian, you heard about durian planting, very popular in Malaysia, right? So mainly is actually right now conventional durian is 2 seasons only. That means you have 1 season big, 1 season small, 2 seasons. But we managed to actually transform, breakthrough, have a technology breakthrough to have multi-season fruiting in the durian planting, right? So actually, it means, in short, it means all year long you have a durian fruits, right? So no more season. The farmers, every month they can harvest a durian. So that is a breakthrough in the durian history by using our fertilizer. So we during that year, same year, we rebranded that into Indonesia. In 2015, we actually worked with a German company called Kehidupan and Felda, right? Basically, they actually we OEM our fertilizer for their plantations. It can be Felda, of course, you know, it's a palm oil. The Germany is whatever crops international, we bring that to international. Right, so in 2016 is actually we have applied this fertilizer on the palm oil tree. Actually, it actually managed to have a proven results of controlling all these Ganoderma disease and backward in oil palm plantations. Right, so we use microbes, the bio way to actually control that. Actually, not using any of the pesticide, but the nature of the fertilizer actually they can suppress those diseases. Yeah. So in 2018, we actually patented this. We call it a bio semi-organic process, manufacturing process. Yeah, and then at the same time, we actually also try on the banana, whereby in banana plantations, right? I believe you guys heard about this Panama disease. It's quite actually scary. Actually, it's like a cancer for the banana. So this is also another name is called TR4 lah. So in this case, actually, we able to suppress this disease as well. It won't spread it on the banana plantation. So on the same year, we also we also visited China. Our technology is being accessed by China and MOA. Yeah. So that they have actually quite impressed with our fertilizer. That's why they invited us to be there, and then they have 7 experts actually evaluate our fertilizer. Because in this kind of the way that we combine these three fertilizer, right, is quite unique. So they are quite impressed with the way the technology that we are having. 2019, we actually past this, we have sent our all this product, whatever produced, right, to MOA for testing. I mean, the testing is to test whether they are pesticide on the fruit, because before we use it, we apply it on durians. So before the durian is being sent to the lab, right, this pesticide, this durian with pesticide, we actually spray our foliar on top of it. So it managed to dissolve it, and it come up with a lab report there's a negative of the pesticide. So that means our foliar actually can actually help to dissolve those pesticides in on the durian surface, right? Okay, 2020, we actually work with 3 government body. One is Jabatan Pertanian. We start off some trial with them. Then we also start our testing with Ministry of Agriculture in India. The third one is Sinochem in China. This is a government-owned company. So all these company, all this country, right? They actually been testing our fertilizer, and then they we got a very good result of trying to actually rejuvenate their soil. 2021, we come out with this non-toxic foliar. It's actually it's fight against this common fungus disease. Yeah, this is all our the roadmap of our company. So you can see that InnoNature is our R&D. Other than we are actually producing fertilizer, also we have R&D development. Yeah. So this is the you see the on the top right hand side. There is our mission is to recover the contaminated. The research is on recovering the contaminated agricultural land. Yeah. So we also use a natural biological disease control to actually suppress all the disease. Also, our fertilizer also help to revitalize the soil nutrients. Yeah. So we do have come up with a new product like hydroponic product. It's a foliar, it's a solution-based product, so that it helps to use that in the vertical farming. So if you know that nowadays the trend they use indoor vertical farming. So we come up with a product called 633. Actually, that is organic, fully organic soluble fertigation or fertigation system. So on another side, also we provide a durian solution. Just now I mentioned durian is our focus. So we bring a high yield to the durian farming, multi-fruiting season, great air food, as well as the disease control. So by using a fertilizer, it actually reduce a lot of pesticide usage in the farming. So also we have a pollutant-free green food. We actually just as I mentioned, pollutant-free green food means that whatever you save for the human being. I mean, even though people spray pesticide on the fruit itself, after that you can spray another foliar to dissolve that. That is called, so it's acceptable level for the human. This that's what I call a pollutant free. So also we increase the fruit nutritious value. Whatever fruit that use fertilizer, right? Actually, we do a research and lab test report that actually give a very impressive result. That means some of the trace element in the fruits itself, right, like magnesium, calcium, all this is it's good for the human body, right? So actually, we find that the percentage of them increase, the nutrients increase. So this is one big glance of our fertilizer. You can see on the left-hand side. Left-hand side, you see this conventional fertilizer is chemical, organic fertilizer, and biofertilizer. We use a technology called binding technologies. Nature binding technology to combine all this into one. Yeah. So in terms of the technology, we actually combine these three elements into three. You see the round circle, right? Blue color one is called three group elements. So it consists of NPK, the normal NPK, and trace elements, right? Then the green part is actually called organic components. That is organic matters. So if you heard about all this organic fertilizer, this is a part organic fertilizer. Inside this organic fertilizer, we added in all this organic acid called fulvic acid, amino acid, humic acid, all this and the chitin into it, right? That's an additional nutrient for the plant. The orange color one is a bio. Bio means microbes, effective microbes. We add in that. So all this we combine into one single fertilizer, pellet fertilizer. Yeah. So this is our technology. Our technology mainly you can see that we have a 50% of the nutrients, all this NPK, 40% consists of organic, and then 40 types of effective microbes. Families are inside there. So it actually help to promote the growth nutrients, promote the soil healthiness and eco-balance, and maintain the eco-balance of the soil. So nature patented technology, right? So the uniqueness of them is our components, whether it's inorganic or organic can be custom made. Ratio can be formulated according to the needs, right? So this is the heart of nature and patented technology, and we blended organic with inorganic with these effective microbes. So on the far left-hand side, you can see a blue color. That's 100% inorganic, and this all is NPK. On the far right, that is 100% organic. So we actually can be formulated according to what customer needs, right? So this is and by the way, this is a Malaysia technology. So it developed in Malaysia, 100%, and we actually OEM a lot to our overseas customers. Okay, what we do, you can see here, we have a breakdown into 4 different components. Our company main focus, right? One is on the far left hand side is the composing. That means we do compose. We provide binding technology, and we produce a bio-semi-organic. Yeah, so we work together with people like this company like Felda. We provide our technology to them to do this bio-semi-organic fertilizer. So on the right hand side is a product and solutions. You can see all this is our packaging. This is we call it eco-balance fertilizer. The technical name is a bio-semi-organic fertilizer. So you can see all this bottle is a folia. On the down there, professional service we provide. We also include our service like financial budgeting, projecting. I mean, we do a plant visit. We do plant pre-planning, and as well as we provide a consultation and auditing service for the plantations, estates or plantations. So we also do OEM productions. This is all this is productions. We actually OEM to other the market. Some of the player, some of the fertilizer player in the market. Any questions so far? Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is a product. So you can see one tray, right? You see the tray there. We provide a bio-organic. Number one is a bio-organic series. So this is those organic fertilizer that we use to rejuvenate or recondition the land. Number two is a bio series. This is our this range is this family of the fertilizer called bio series. So it actually is a 3-in-1. Just now I mentioned the one in the circle one is a 3-in-1. Actually provide nutrients for the tree. Number three is a foliar series. So in the tree itself, right, we apply the pellet fertilizer on the soil is not enough. In order to speed up the growth, right, we actually introduce this foliar fertilizer. So that it actually spray on the tree, spray on the leaf itself. So it absorbs directly through the leaves. So it's actually speed up the absorption nutrients for the tree. Number four is a special treatment series. We have a different kind of special formula to treat the fruit. For example, durian. Sometimes durian fruit is cracking. Sometimes they have a disease. So we have provide different kind of formulas. So that is called a special treatment series. On the other side is on the right hand side is the palm oil. Palm oil production quite simple. For the palm oil, it's just we have one series on it. Bio palm series is one is for promoting flower, one is for promoting the fruiting. Yeah, so this is we use that in a lot in Felda. So we also have a veggie series fertilizer whereby we grow vegetables. All these beans, all these tomato. Yeah, we use that veggie series, right? So we also have organic hydroponic series. This is for indoor vertical farming. So that's a soluble. So we use that. This is because we see that there's a market trend. So we have actually do R&D on that and then develop very good solution. It's an organic based solution for the hydroponics markets. So this is one of the our actual customer sites. Yeah, they integrated with their IoT solution. So they have all these automations going on with that because they all using fertigations. So they just need to actually take in our fertilizer and then they pump in and then distribute it using a fertigation system. This is one of the latest our latest fertilizer product in market now. So just give you this is the actual site that we have done in one of the customer site in Sri Lanka. So you can see all these vegetables are organic based. Lots of vegetables, if they say is sell in the market, right? All these are they are using this chemical fertilizer they call AB fertilizer. So AB fertilizer, I mean of course is chemicals. So our niche is we target on the organics, right? So there's no chemical. Everything is all this is plant-based nutrients, so that actually is quite safe to eat, and then we can fetch a higher price. So our professional service, just give you one glance, right? What kind of professional service that we are doing? Basically, we actually do a terrain control, all these terrace survey, planting point infrastructure studies. We also do hydrology assessment, plantation planning, irrigation design. We sometimes we have customer that request for that for main durian plantations, right? So we also do training and workshop for the customers. We also come up with all this SOP for the plant, for the estate. When should they do manuring, fertigation, all these things. We come up with this procedure, standard procedure for them. Also, we do access review auditing, that means auditing for the farm. So this is our professional service. For normal service, we have a lot of customer, mainly in durian plantation as well as palm oil plantations. So we actually are also providing this educational service. Every month, we have two online this kind of online seminars. Yeah, so that we teach them what is the planting techniques, how to use a fertilizer, and so forth, and then teach them how to trim trays. All this is part of the our services to them. So we also form a group, a learning group. On your left hand side, you see that there's a learning group, right? So that they know they can catch up with us. What are the things, the new things in the market, and how to use certain kind of fertilizer. So we do farm visit, we do a technical sharing, go to the site directly, and then do farm visit, as well as we go to the on-site, we give a consultation for our services. Yeah, we give online and offline training class and workshop. This is what we do. Also, the last one will be farm auditor services. So in terms of the, you can see, I just give you over some comparisons. How different is a fertilizer compared to others, right? You see, this is one of the case study we got it from AGRI, the Felda. So that actually they use that to our fertilizer for the nursery. Yeah. So that you can see here the graph on this side. FSP is what they are currently using, their own fertilizer. So Eno is our fertilizer. So we do a comparison. So in terms of usage, you can see that as compared to us, they use 135 gram, and they use Eno fertilizer 48 gram. So it's like a 50% reduction. But you can see on the right hand side that bar, right? So the results, this is a harvest, after harvest, right? FSB is a benchmark. So then we can see that in all nature, yield is slightly higher, 107.5. Even though you see a drop of fertilizer usage, right? The result is almost the same. So then you see that why there are such effects is because of we actually improve the soil. We have effective microbes inside, we have organic inside, rather than just a common chemical fertilizer. So actually, it's actually improve the soil conditions. Therefore, the harvesting the result will be higher. So this is another case study, bio-disease control, mainly for in the palm oil, for the Ganoderma and bagworms. This is also quite scary in palm oil plantations, right? So it's like cancer. Once you have a Ganoderma disease, actually it can spread. Therefore, the fertilizer actually, when they use the fertilizer, right, we managed to prove that the effective microbes in the fertilizer actually able to suppress the disease and pest of the palm oil tree, especially this Ganoderma and bagworm. We have done all this research with University of Utah. So they come up with this conclusion that actually is the microbes inside there actually playing a very important role to suppress the spread of the disease. Yeah, so we have many research with Utah so far on the palm oil. Yeah. Bagworm research, Ganoderma research. This is what they have done for us for the past few years. Yeah. TR4, this is another disease control of the Panama disease, TR4. So we actually test it, we actually use, we work together with UPM before. They have one test land. They actually try to inject those TR4 into the land and see what happened. So we able to prove that actually our nature bioorganic fertilizer is play a very important role in controlling the Panama disease. It won't spread, and also same banana planted on the name, right? actually we experience a 30% higher production as compared to the average one. So that the improve the ecosystem of the soil, of the environment, actually bring healthiness to the tree, to the banana tree. So we talk about all these things is a lot of environmental. You can see that agriculture now, because we want to focus on the continuous farming or sustainable farming, right? So we need to have this kind of technology to overcome this disease, this banana. Okay, we have one plot here in UPM. We are planting this durian. We have 40 trees in UPM. Nearby here, I think about maybe 10 minutes from here. So actually, there's a whereby you plant all this. I don't know whether you guys know about the place for planting rambutans, durian. There's a place up. So actually, they give us 40 trees to test it. So we actually try to promote this. Just now I mentioned about the multi-season durian tree, right? Multi-season. Currently, you can see before and after the tree, the outlook of the tree is before and after. And you can see the parameter inside there on the middle, right? You can see there is all these numbers, right? The pH initially is before is 5. 5 is slightly acidic. Then after using ours, it's become 6. That means it's neutralized. Organic matters before that is 3.29, 229. Now we become higher, right? Improve of organic matters. The NPK, you can see the NPK higher. NPK is higher. That means it keeps the nutrients in the soil is higher. And all these trace element, calcium, magnesium, all these okay, you see is become higher after using the fertilizer for 14 months, right? So we also give improve fruiting rate, better yield with a grade A food, and better quality. Yeah, so that we work quite closely with Jabatan Pertanian on this durian testing. The location is in UPM, somewhere nearby. So other than these daily operations, we also do seminar or we have brand awareness sessions for the farmers community, right? Like recently we done one TP Farmers Association seminar. We promote the technology as well as the fertilizer to them in August. Also, we have done it for Jabatan Pertanian Negeri Sembilan, December month, right? So quite overwhelming. In fact, a lot of people they are actually coming to learn from us. Also, we participate in the exhibitions. We have a whole booth, and then a lot of people also come by and then learn, actually get more knowledge sharing from us. We also organize a durian competitions recently, just in December. So we invited all those judges to actually taste the fruit. Yeah? So we also included invite the media just like to promote the durian in this industry. Yeah. This is a view of a happy customer. We have just a list of view, right? You can see the plant there. We have durian tree that after 33 months old in Brunei. So actually they managed to bear fruit. That is quite impressive because of the healthy tree, right, conditions. So that you can bear fruit earlier. Normally it's need about 4 to 5 years. So this actually accelerate the harvesting time. 15-month-old grow the tree. All this you can see that the tree after using the fertilizer, actually the outlook of the tree changes because of the nutrients that they get. Yeah, it accelerate the growth of the tree. So we also produce a grade A food in Bentong. You can see after using the foliar, the healthiness of the leaves, all those things lots of people is quite impressed. I mean, if you have happened to go to the plantation, whereby in UPM there, there's a signboard, say it's demo farm. It's a demo farm. We put a demo in no niches, so you can go and observe the trade as compared to the rest, because they actually split that into multiple plots, right? Some of the vendors they do their own testing. So Indonesia is one of them on it. So you can see that compare what is the difference between them. That's our result that we show to the Jabatan Pertanian. This is just some of our happy customers. They use mainly in durian, palm oil plantations, then vertical farming, Cameron Highlands also we actually plant flowers. We use that for flowers, tomatoes. Tomatoes, all this is fertigation using different methods. It's not on the soil itself. So we diversify. I mean, the fertilizer can be used for many different plants. So we try to promote that to the whole Malaysia, not restricted to the durian, but we have want to diversify into more crops. So now, okay, I almost ended. This is my last slide. Basically, we are hiring intern. Yeah. So you can see that there are lots of work we need to do other than just selling fertilizer. We need to do a lot of R&D. Therefore, you can see that I just list down some of the job descriptions. Yeah, you can have a look at this job. See whether it's actually you guys are interested in it or not. Yeah. So I was told that intern about 3 months or 4 months. Oh, 6 months. All right, 6 months. 6 months. All right. So that's why we need more manpower, more people. Those especially those very young ones, to actually work together with us to do all this R&D as well as to do data collections for multiple crops, right? So we can bring you to the Cameron, for example, Cameron Highlands, to one of the farm, a durian farm in Rao, Pahang. So you have to actually help us to gather data, and then come up with the studies, assessment, do analysis, right? So also try to come up with a plan for new crops. You can have the chance to actually develop SOP for the applications, the fertilizer applications. For example, new crops, right? Papaya, for example, yeah, you have to go to the farm and then talk to the farmers and then understand how they use it, and then or teach them how to use it, and you record down all these figures, all these numbers. Then you bring back office, you actually analyze it, and then come up with the best solution. Yeah. Once we have done this, we can use it for other crops or other other farmers as well. So this is basically what intern need to do. So we have many roles if we want to hire, but I think more relevant. Let's say you actually in this faculty, right? The agriculture faculty, that is more relevant. Also, we have those people who can do data analytics, to do social media, because it's a company that actually keep on evolving. We have new technologies, right? Like all these we do fertigations, vertical farming, IoT, all these things. I mean, they have a chance. There's a chance to do that. So those who are interested can actually email me. My name is Kong. My email is there, so that you also can scan the QR code. I can bring you to the website as well as our Facebook. You can see what are the activities we are all the ongoing activities, right? We have durian competitions, we have those farm visit, consultation services. We have a lot of all those activities ongoing. So it's quite active. So if you think that positions suits you, this is the things that you want, then please you just send me an email, yeah, so we can carry on forward. So I think that's about my presentation side. So any questions? Open for questions. If no question, then I ask question. So you guys are in final year, right? So what is your expected? Um, I mean, when you graduated, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? In R&D or in on the field? Huh? What is that? R&D or R&D. How about gentlemen up there? Or production R&D? All right, all right. How about lady? Huh? Field, on the field side. Oh, on the field side. All right. Okay. So how about you yourself? Same, All right, all right. Okay. So actually, agriculture is quite wide. You can do a lot of things. You can do R&D. You can go to the field. You can collect data. I mean, if you are more outgoing, then you can do a lot of all this. Go to the site, do video capturing, data collections, then you come back, then in your R&D, then you find your own things and then make comparison. Because all these environmental always changes. Even though we say, oh, this one fertilizer can be used in such a way, right? But when you go to the field, it can be different. Like for example, we use it fertilizer, we test it in the ground, like in KL or Selangor, right? You go to the camera island, it can be different, totally different. So because of the weather, temperature, the moisture, all this change a lot. So that's why we need to do fine tuning. Those people who are experienced and know. I mean, even though you actually, it's not a one size fit all. So we need to do a lot of fine tuning of the fertilizer. Even though we know that the rule of thumb is doing this. For example, in durian, you have different stages, right? You have a growing stage, you have flowering stage, then you have a fruiting stage. We have different fertilizer. You just have mentioned you see the different colors, right? So we use the color to just to differentiate. Different color for different stage, right? But of course, how much to use then is based on the experience. It can be big tree, small tree. It can be tree on the mountain. It can be tree on the flatland. It's actually different. So that we need to have this kind of application R&D to come up with the best solution for the farmers. To do a lot of all these things. The base, the fertilizer is there already. It's just a lot of application R&D that we require. How to use it. So, uh, so any more questions? Yeah, please. Uh, the, uh, actually, we haven't got any intern yet. No, this is the first time we trying to recruit interns. So the scope is what I showed on here. That is just a rough, give you guys an idea. But the intern, it can be, if you have that kind of capability, right? We don't mind to bring you more than that, right? You can do more. If you want to learn more, then you just contribute more. Then you can learn something that you cannot learn in the university, right? It's on the field. On the field, you learn a lot more. There are people like all these farmers, they are very experienced people. So they will challenge you. First thing they see you, hey, you just intern. So they will challenge you. So whether you can accept the challenge or not. So if you read a lot, you know the theory. You can see all these farmers, it can be very experienced farmer, but some of them, most of them, I think, yeah, the concept is not very strong. So they will just listen. During kopitiam, they listen to friends, right? Okay, this one is good. This fertilizer is good. I want to try. They try. So they try. Sometimes they successful. Sometimes they fail. Then they say, this fertilizer no good. Fail. They say this fertilizer no good. Then they listen to another one. So they don't have a concept. If you are graduated from the agriculture, right, roughly you can know whether this makes sense or not, it's logic or not, right? Then you can add all these things into it. Then with what we give you is a platform. You have a product, a good product, right? You have a platform. You go there, okay, you apply your theory, see whether it works or not. Most of the time, what we see, our lots of customers, they believe in us, they believe in the concept, this microbes, all these organic fertilizer concept, right? How to recondition the tree, recondition the soil, all these things, right? They get a good result. Believe, if they believe, if they challenge us, they just say, hey, this might not be good. They add in additional things, right? Additional element or some they add additional amino acid and additional trace because people always want high yield. They just add in additional. But at the end of the day, it actually the other way around. So the tree, you give them too much, right? They give you a negative results. So then, they keep quiet or they blame They blame this, blame that, say, fertilizer not good. So we actually try to simplify everything. We put three in one, right? So that they just apply this fertilizer. They do broadcast of the fertilizer, right? Once only, and they don't need to do so many things. Otherwise, there are a lot of experts out there. They put organic one time, then they put NPK one time, then they put another trace element separately, another bottle. They put different things. Funny one. You can see a lot of funny formulas. So they say they have been planting durian for 40 years. You are a youngster, how can you compete with him? But you have the concept, you just need a product. So you have a product, right? You show them. Normally what we do is we ask them for a test log, test plot, right? So they try it. Then we will keep on monitoring. We come up with figures, so they see themselves. Okay, this one better before, after, or they compare to their normal plots. Then they are convinced, and they will convert all the fertilizer into us. So we have to do that. So everywhere we go is we also face challenges. People won't trust you. Whatever I talk, right? Maybe you just believe 50%. You have to go and see out there whether this test plot actually give a good result or not. You have to observe yourself. So this is what we did. That's why we need a lot of manpower, right, to do that, to actually try to convince people. To see to is to convince us to see that it happening, right? So this is just a rough idea, the job scope. Yeah, I put that in. Of course, there are others. Much more, much more. Depends on how far you want to go. Yeah, if you okay, then you just follow a senior. Normally, you follow a senior. Senior will bring you there. They will drive, go there, and collect data. Eventually, you used to it already. Then maybe you can go alone. You can go alone if nearby. Of course, normally we go with buddy system. Two person we go there. One will do to do consultation, and one collect data. Come back, then you can just to summarize all the results and come out with a report. Lots of product, we have a lots of product, so we need more people. That's why enter into this this internship program. Anything else? Whatever you want to ask in the fertilizer industry, planting, anything that you guys don't understand, if I can help, I will try to, try to explain. Okay, if no, then questions? Yeah, questions. Yeah, too many. How many working hours per week? For cycle. Okay, one day we work from 9 to 6, 5 days week, 5 days. Of course, we have activities on Saturday. Sometimes, not every time. Sometimes we have a farm visit. Farmers always available. Sometimes the weekend we only have time. So we visit on Saturday sometimes. But of course, we give a replacement leave. The next Monday maybe no work or we recorded. We actually do that because that is the nature of the work. Cycle, okay, allowance provided. Depends on what kind of allowances. Normally we come with a fixed salary. Of course, it's based on qualifications. Different people they have different we vary. Then if you travel, that means you travel to outside of Selangor, right? To just outstation. That will be all these you can claim all those tolls, petrol, you can claim all those things, right? So of course, yeah, their food. That's why you need to do outside of the KL, you food all this. You follow a senior. Senior will actually take care of everything. All these things. It actually is no fixed rules, but whenever you need to claim, you can claim. So as an intern, your job is to learn as much as possible, right? You're not actually asked for that kind of allowances. Of course, we compensate accordingly. Whatever that means to cover the expenses, make sure that your expenses are covered. That's for sure.
Immediate accommodation and a place to stay at.
A place to stay at.
Maybe nearby so you don't need to travel.
Our office is in Puchong, very nearby.
Oh,
Nearby Puchong only. So your working place will be in Puchong, the I1 mall there, somewhere around there. So you guys already, I believe you guys already have accommodations here, right? So no worries. The important is you guys need to find ways to travel to the Puchong office. From there, go to the site, we have 4-wheel. We prepare with that. You don't need to drive, you just take a company. Right? How often? We have one colleague, he's a product specialist. So he travel every week, he travel. Every week, he go out. So it can be, I think at least 1 week, once we have to go out there. So you will follow him. He go out, then sometimes he stay overnight. He stay overnight, of course, he stay in the hotel, you go to the farm, and then do a day trip. It can be day trip also. Sometimes they stay overnight, one or 2 nights. Depends on which is the plantation area. Sometimes you go to he go to all these Negeri Sembilan, plantation, palm oil plantation. Sometimes he go to the durian plantation. Durian plantation normally is one day trip. Then sometimes you go to this hydroponic farm. just the nature of it. Only sometimes we go further up, let's say going to northern part, or go to down south Johor, right? Then maybe we spend 2 days. Oh, how about career development? Okay. So you want to work as a full-time. Oh, definitely, we are open for that. So if these candidates, right, is actually good, of course, we will give priorities, right? So this is one way we want to encourage people. No issue, because if you don't ask me, I also will grant you if you're good, right? So if you this is a very capable guy, they are very good attitude, then definitely we want to offer you a better immediately after you graduate. So it depends on individuals. Yeah, Saiful, you can send in CV lah. You have my email, right? You can send me a CV. So actually, all this is whatever. You have to prove yourself whether you are good at certain things, right? Or important is have a good attitude. What you're looking for. I mean, I know that you guys don't have experience, right? So, but important is the attitude. Whether you want to learn, whether you want to grow with the company. So that is the most important. This is what are the things that we are looking for. Uh-huh. Oh, current issues. Current issue is very competitive. Fertilizer is very competitive industry. Uh, so whenever you meet, right, people will look at the price first. Uh, so because you know lah, I mean the inflation is going up, right? So right now, lots of fertilizer price is very expensive. So expensive, people will choose the cheapest one lah. So you ask them want to sell this fertilizer, then they will say how much, then only they will start talking to you, right? Of course, there are people that they agree with your concept, they will try it out now. So that's why it have to be very tactful to talk to them. Whether you want to sell them a product or you sell them a service or you actually help them, uh, this is very important, right? So yeah, I mean the coming back to your questions is very competitive industry. So, but in but whether you, even though it's competitive, it depends on your own mentalities. So if you think that this will help them, this can help them, right, to grow better fruit, better quality, you believe in that, then you can have passionate to sell them. There are people they actually they will listen, they listen. Just like you need patience, right? To tell them this is, they say, oh okay, I will try it. Then you try it, then you have to follow up service with them until they know that the actually can bring a benefit to them. And only then you can go in. Sometimes it's very strange one. You farmers, right? You will tell you I have 2 acres only. Then okay, now you work on it, work on 2 acres. After they say, oh, okay, I think your fertilizer is quite good. I have 100 acres another side. You bring then suddenly you say, wait, wow, it's like hitting a jackpot already. So you will never know one. So they just want to try you whether you are good or not. So you are good, you give good service, they believe in. Oh, behind, wow, they have this friend, that friend, that friend. All is multi-million one, multi-million friends. They can't good for you. You have that kind of thing happens. So important is the results. You can deliver to people, then people will trust you, and you will bring more business to you. This is what. But of course, to do a first sales is quite important, quite difficult. So that's why you need lots of data to support yourself, equip yourself with knowledge. People challenge you, tend to challenge you. Those all these they call it sifu, they will challenge you this and then they want to test you first. They don't want to talk too much. and they will ask you what happened to this trade. So you have to tell them, this trade because of that. Of course, we will give trainings, like planting durian, we give training first. At least you know, this is what disease, this is whether it's healthy or not. Then you know, then go in farm, people challenge you, then you manage to better than them, right? Then you start open up listening to you. This is how it happens. If other than salesman go in, they no, see you as a salesman only. Or you want to sell me product, right? Okay, talk less. Don't want to talk. See what you talk. See whether you have something different. Most of the time, they accept our concept. This the actually eco balance concept. It's just at the end of the day, they will value the price. So price you have to show them what is your value, additional value you bring to them, right? So you help them to increase the grade A food. Grade A food you sell higher, so they are happy. Then they will start to listen. You bring them more multi-fruit season. They say, hey, better I have all year long, I have the fruiting, then they will start opening up to listen. How do you do it? And they ask you, so you show them the SOP, how to do it, how to do planting, like what certain condition you do it, and the next stage you do that. All these things, I mean, it's like a solution selling kind of thing. Though in couple with your knowledge, then you actually manage to
Yeah. Mentioned like the test plot, the test plot that we do for collection or the experiment or testing is located at Tunjang or like
no test plot in VPN here.
Oh,
VPN. Here. One of the test plot, we have one of the test plot here. The rest of the test plot, just I mentioned, I have to travel, right? Sometimes in Kuala Pila, you travel there. So you just collect data, you have to observe, you take pictures, then you come back and then compile all these reports. It can be many different places, but we try to restrict to so far furthest one is Cameron Highlands. Then the Great Sembilan, then Johor, a few northern part we don't have any export. But of course we have a few demo farms. Demo farm means they use our fertilizer, they have planted quite successfully. So we actually classify them as demo farm. They put a signboard there. Then we have a new customer, right? New prospect, and we bring them there. Then look, they see, wait, wow, this is good result, then they try to convince. Then this is a demo farm, the purpose of demo farm. Different before demo farm, that means it's a trial plot, right? Trial plot, they try it. We don't know, we still want to try, maybe try for 6 months, 9 months, all these things before we convert them to a demo farm. The nearest is UPM. If you want to, you go to the UPM. I don't know whether you guys have access to that or not, but it's open now. Actually, open now. It's open. You send me email, I send you the location. You guys can find me.
Before coming here, we have one Thursday, we are going there. Time is about 9:30 to 12. So we ourselves will do the application, training.
We will teach you. I mean, we have our colleagues go in there every week. We do that. And if you become intern, then we will make you a practical. You can see how we do all this. Manage a different farm. Yeah, sure. I didn't know, bro. currently is mainly durian. After that, we have palm oil, durian, palm oil, then the tomato, all these fertigations are vegetable. This is a few things that we currently have. Mainly contributions is durian, but now we want to diversify. Diversify means we different crops. Like for example, chili, we have this chili, tomato, beans, brinjal, or like calapa, all these things. We actually want to diversify. But durian is our expert. You ask this durian market, right? Indonesia, most people they know. We have our product already there. The distribution is through our dealer channels. We don't go there directly, but we support through our distribution channel. We have a dealer there, so they are the one who help out on that part. So we are based in KL, based in Putra, right? So that mainly start from here. So whatever site we have or test plot, all these things, we can whatever we can reach, we can reach all the way to Peninsula Malaysia. That part will be our dealer.
If you have any sales lead, also can contact us.
Yeah, true. Any sales lead, let us know.
Yeah, because East Malaysia is a big land, so the production is much higher. So we are foreseeing a much bigger account. So now, starting smaller slowly. It's all about.
Okay. So drop me an email or you can contact me. I will still be here for a while. So if there anything you guys need to understand, just let me know. More questions ahead. How many person? Maybe I guess this round will be one or two. We have one already. We actually got one. We don't take too many because we grow organically. This time maybe one or two if suitable candidates, right? So you guys can apply and we interview and see whether it fits into that. We just put you on the right path. Right path. Of course, I will say that. I mean, there's always the door is always open. If you are the right candidates after the intern, and you were looking for a job, and you think that this is a good company that you want to join, always open. The door is always open. Okay, you guys are in a good field. Actually, agriculture is good. That is a trend. Food crisis, food crisis. So you have to, whatever you learn, right, you contribute back to the society. Food crisis. So actually you are in the right path. That's a trend is going towards. You will see we have been in China, India, we have been in Sri Lanka. All these countries, right? Actually, all people talk about food crisis. Yeah, I mean, of course, Malaysia, we don't feel the impact, but people in China, they already feel that because 60% of the land, right, they call it a salinated soil. They actually, because of the overuse of chemical fertilizer, that's why a lot of land is spoiled already. They invite us to there and then try to revive the land. So they want us to, they actually invite us to set up a factory over there. So because we have done the testing over there in Jiling, Jiling is like all this acidic, very acidic soil, right? So we use our fertilizer, we're able to recover, and then the harvest is much more better. So that's why the gandum they plant gandum near the site. So they're quite impressed with this kind of product in China, and a lot of everywhere is actually talking about how to reduce how to solve this food crisis. That's why it's very important. You have that, we have the technology. We just need more people to push, promote it, and then equal balance of the equal balance. We no longer want to depend on a chemical fertilizer. Well, chemical is just part of it, but we have to make it grow balance, equal balance, so sustainable farming. This is a trend. Every country is talking about that. United Nations is talking about that. So that's why it's good. I mean, you are doing something for the better for the society. Of course, a bit. Of course, that is a company trade secret, right? You basically there are lots to learn, lots to learn. So you will learn about from what is NPK first, right? How to NPK, what is a microbes, and then how all these things can gel together. Why microbe can live inside the NPK? A lot of people say, hey, I don't think your product will work because microbes they cannot stay inside NPK. NPK is chemical salty. It's not a good place for them. That's why they cannot gel it. So we use technology like all this organic, right? Actually, organic matters, all this organic fertilizer is a place, is a home for the microbes. So you learn this concept now, why they can stay inside the house, stay inside the fertilizer. So all these things is a conceptual. It can be conceptual for you, but actually you practice it, you use it. People don't believe, but you use it. Use and then people will challenge us say, hey, I don't think your microbes will stay there for long, even though can stay. They say they won't stay there for maybe 6 months or maximum 6 months because it's very salty, the NPK inside there. But actually, we have proven that the longer the fertilizer is there, right, the more microbes they will grow. So it actually is different from what we have in this logic thinking. This is a technology, something that microbes world in microbes world, right, maybe we only know about 2% only. I mean, the human science, we know a lot about chemical, no doubt, chemical compound fertilizer, we know a lot about that. But microbes, right, is still untapped. It's an untapped knowledge right now. You see, inside our stomach, there are so many effective microbes there. Probiotics, all these things that nobody knows. That's why you get to learn all these things. Why the microbes there can help you to do certain things. Sometimes we also don't know. I mean, we go through this partnership with Utah, right? Only they tell us, oh, why they can suppress the Ganoderma bagworm is because of this. So they do all these lab tests. They do all these lab tests. This is from them. They tell us, oh, this is why. They explain the reason, right? Okay, then you learn all these things. Then you know this is a new concept maybe for you already, right? Actually, you are using microbes to attack all those viruses inside there, similar to our immune system. It's nature. You learn about nature, then you learn about techniques. You see the tree. How come some tree can flower? How come some tree same thing, same place not flowering? Why? So you will learn this concept why even though everything is almost the same, why some can, some cannot. Then you give you more ideas and appreciate more about nature. Nature. So when you talk about all these things, a lot of people will appreciate one. They will say, hey, I never learned, I thought it's like this, like this. Actually, the concept you need to grasp it quite strongly. Then you know why certain tree can. You see, I just give you a hint, not hints, just a knowledge for sharing. There are trees. Some trees, right? They keep on like giving fertilizer, but it's actually not flowering, no flowering. They cannot bear fruit or whatever. Some people ask why. There are few reasons. One reason is because the tree is too comfortable. Important is the tree is too comfortable, right? So if you don't too comfortable, you thought okay lah, everything is fine, you won't reproduce anything. Fruiting is a reproduce now. So if they feel like they die, right, they want to start bearing fruit, they want to reproduce already. So we have to stress the tree, make sure that the tree feel like the tree is dying, right? So that only then we want to start flowering. The next stage is fruiting. This is the concept. That's why what you do, some people they chop off the tree, stress the tree, right? The tree will suddenly have a shock, right? Then you'll feel like dying already. For some people, they after the long drying season, drought season, the fruit will start, it suddenly will dry. You will actually bear fruit because they feel like dying already. So then another thing is people trim the tree, they want to get more sunlight go into the tree itself, right? So the tree become a bit heaty, then they start bearing fruit. All these things, but of course the tree bearing before they bear fruit, right? They need to have enough nutrient, just like a woman, they need to carry a child, they need to give they need to have a very healthy nutrients. The whole body need to have a healthy conditions. Same thing is the tree. You need to give them in all these nutrients, enough nutrients. Only they have that prerequisite preconditions. Then when you stress the tree, you cut it, you trim it, the sunlight go in, or your all this surrounding, right? Not so comfortable for the tree. The tree will start. Okay, I need to start flowering. This is that's the tree. Lots of farmers they don't know. They say how come? They keep on applying fertilizer on it, or they give a lot but never come out anything. Because this is a concept. The tree concept is the same as human nature is. All these things you learn about that, they will appreciate the nature more. Okay, so I hand over back to moderator. Okay.
Thank you very much once again to Mr. Liu Chiwa, the Head of Sales and Product, and Mr. Kong Yunjai, the Head of Marketing, for the fantastic sharing and such encouragement and great exposure for the participants who joined us today. It is indeed very eye-opening to know about your company as how you can start from zero and to what you are achieving now. And it is a very interesting company. So dear seniors, who are going for intern soon or love to travel, you can try applying here. Ladies and gentlemen, before we end today's event, let's take a picture with our speakers from Indonesia. So all please gather at the center of the hall and multimedia crew, please stand by and take a photo.
So the applicant will take your attendance from photo. So please be in the picture, otherwise no attendance, no verification.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Good. Thumbs up.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Alright, thank you for the great smile. I believe we have now come to the end of dinner lecture. Today, it is our honor to have this great opportunity to invite speakers from the company. We would like to extend our gratitude to Faculty of Agriculture, UPM, and Pertanian for your endless support. We hope you have enjoyed today's event and have meaningful takeaways that will help with your future career development. Once again, if you have any inquiries, you can contact their HR department via their company number and email. Just a kind reminder, for those who have filled in the attendance form, the link is given at the chat box, or you may scan the QR code. Thank you and have a nice day.